quite a few years ago, I saw this poster or picture of this little boy asleep on this bed in this really dirty room. Like, the bed was dirty and that. But the little boy could have only been like 1.5, something like that. He looked just like my son. That could have been my son. And things like that just melt my heart. And that is what started off I've always wanted to work with children. So my children were grown up. It just kind of pushed me to reach out and start the process.
To follow your heart.
To follow my heart, make a difference.
Absolutely. Can you tell us a bit about your first experience fostering a child, one of you?
My first placement was actually 13. It was supposed to be a bridging placement, like 8 weeks. So he come and he actually ended up staying with me for nearly 2 years. It was good. I think he improved my confidence. It's a scary job to go into because you are looking after a child. I learned so much from him. I really did. And then I've had a couple more placements since then. But he was my starting point. As foster carers, I mean, you learn so much on the job when you do it.
It's not always the age group that's it's important. It's how that child gels with you.
Yeah.
And it can be a 1-year-old or it can be a 17-year-old.
Yeah, because we've all got different strengths. I mean, I've learned what my strengths are over the last 4 years, different to what I thought they were going to be. I'd ruled out the idea of having a baby. I didn't want to have a baby, but I literally loved every second of it. You know, you bring these kids into your house and because you want to give them that family environment. You want to, you give them a safe space and the care you give them. Sorry, I'm so rambling.
Well, I think you're underlining how the work that you do is so rewarding yet demanding at the same time. What kind of support do you get from Bexley Council?
Oh, see, when I first started, we had mentors, and I got Tracy, and we've got a really firm friendship. I've worked with her for nearly 4 years now, and because we all do the same job, we've all had different experiences. You can, the advice you get from other carers, and also another carer is when you form relationships with people, but with other foster carers, it's invaluable, isn't it? Like, Tracy really helped me on my journey. I've become more confident over the years, but it is purely by having her support. I would say she's a big part in my journey.
Can you tell us a bit more about Fostering Together and the core carer initiatives?
Right, so I am a core carer. I was the first one to pilot the core care scheme, and it's been a success. I mean, it's amazing. We support carers, we support children, we do activities. All the children know each other. That's birth children and obviously looked after children. We're there 24/7 for each other. We are the support that keeps our little communities going. And, at the end of the day, it takes a village to raise a child. We are our own little villages, and then we all get together and we are one big village.
But how do you both handle it when a child moves on, whether they return to their birth family or move to another placement? That must be a little bit difficult.
So with the baby that I had, he come to me at 14 months and he left me just 2 months away from free. And we had formed very good I mean, my whole family loved him, And so when he went off for adoption, and it was heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking. I would have loved to have kept him myself, but circumstances dictated otherwise. And, but I knew I was doing the right thing for him as well. But it literally is like giving your own child over. And I really struggled afterwards, but we've got amazing support in. But I had Tracy on hand, I had my family, and I had who I call the therapeutic social worker, because this lady, there is nothing she doesn't know about child trauma, and she's very supportive of us carers. I had sessions with her. I went to training about disenfranchised loss. It was all really helpful. But, because I've got a community, I was, I cried for months. People listen.
Duncan, she's still crying.
I do cry, Duncan. I do a lot. I'm very emotional, an emotional lady.
But when you look back now and you see him and you see a difference that you made, and you taught him the skill to be able to attach, to his adoptive parents, that in itself is, rewarding.
And people say that because sometimes you don't even see what you are actually giving to a child while you're doing it. But other people can see with him, because he spent a long time with us. He spent more time with us than he did with his birth family.
And I think as well, being a part of building a child's foundations
is amazing.
In itself is amazing.
It's amazing.
To get that child to learn to trust an adult, what else could you ask for?
It must be moments like that make it all completely worthwhile as well. But what are some of the common misconceptions about foster care that we could clear up this morning? Like, do you have to have a spare room or be a couple, or can you be single and be just a supporting as a foster carer that way? Because you need more people to become foster carers, don't you?
Oh, 100%,
absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely. So in my group, I have a lady that doesn't have a spare room, and she's a support carer. I go to her a lot, so she helps out with transport and daycare. So she's quite new, but she's doing really well. So she's doing regular transport for one of the other hubs to girls, and she does a bit of daycare here and there. So
same-sex couples?
Same-sex couples. Another misconception is age.
Working,
whether you can work.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to have a spare bedroom. So you could have an under 3 in your room.
I mean, gone are the day where it had to be a husband and wife in a stable family environment. It takes all sorts to make the world go round, and it takes all sorts to be good foster carers.
And it's all about the individual qualities, I guess, that make you a good foster carer. So tell us a bit about what it takes to be a foster carer. I mean, you must need a lot of patience.
Absolutely. I mean, don't forget, when you first take these children in, you are nothing but a stranger to these children. So patience is really key, isn't it? We go at the child's pace. Your job initially is to make them feel as comfortable as possible, because they'll be scared.
Resilience. I think for me, is to not go down the road of taking anything personal. You've chose to do this job. You want to help these children, and it's about being patient. It's about giving them space. It's about giving them time, and just sometimes it's just sitting back and watch these children, come into their own, really.
When I say to people that I don't necessarily and say, what do you do for a living? And I say I'm a foster carer, the reaction you get from a lot of people, and it's 9 times out of 10, it's like, oh, I'd love to do that. There's a lot of people out there that I think that would really love to do it, but something, like when you have a child yourself and like, oh, I haven't got this yet, I need to do this, blah, blah, blah. I think sometimes just ring them, talk to foster carers. I wish if I knew 10 years ago what I knew now, I wish I'd have started my journey early. I mean, my children are grown up, but there's plenty of foster families out there that have their own young children. We've got plenty of them.
Well, I can hear the passion in both of you while you talk to me this morning. It's been such a privilege, actually, to hear people who are so dedicated to what they do. Like we were saying, more people need to get involved. What are the next steps for someone who wants to jump in and become a foster carer? They need to take that leap, don't they?
100%.
There's no job, I think, that I could do in this world that would probably give me the same satisfaction at protecting a child.
Childhood should be magical, and that's what we're trying to create, a magical lifestyle for them.